Should we see a doctor?
I'm live, y'all. Erik Powery. Erik Powery for president. Be great in 28. Google me on Bing and Yahoo, my search engine partners. All my links will come up. Follow me, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, hate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for post notifications, share and subscribe, SNS. Did I mention share and subscribe? Share and subscribe. What's been going on? Shout out to everybody that's locked down. You know what I'm saying? They're humans too. Tory Lanez, who's in jail right now? Tory Lanez, Suge Knight, Diddy, um, um, Casanova 2 times, Lil Durk. Yeah, shout out in the comments who's in jail right now. You want to shout out if you want it free. RIP, BIG, Pop, you know what I'm saying? Big L, Guru, Gifted Unlimited Rhymes, Universal Guru of Gangstar Keith Elam. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Delphin Jones from Amityville. Rest in peace, Andrew McLean from Amityville. Stanley Jackson from Amityville. Lewis Wilson, Amityville, all the people I went to high school with. Those are people I went to high school with. Rest in peace. RIP, no longer with us. RIP, my sister Candy Teresa Powery. You know what I'm saying? RIP, my sister Mona. You know what I'm saying? She died when I was 1. RIP, my mom died April 10th, 2024. Frances Cleonia Powery. Rest in peace, mama. I love you forever. You know what I'm saying? And let's go to Diddy. Diddy, like, you know, Diddy, you know, like, Diddy, I'm going to go and speak of something aspirational. Man, Diddy had so much potential. Like, instead of, like, but these are vices, and there's obviously mental illnesses and vices and sexual proclivities that he had, kinky proclivities that obviously he couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he needed therapy for. I wish he would have sought out real serious intense therapy and recognized as a person who suffers from acute anxiety disorder and um, severe depression, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and these are stuff that kind of like happens older when really life kicks in. And I don't know if it's all clinical, you know what I'm saying? Because part of it can be situational. But I'm gonna tell you, like, I went through a stretch, like, where where I wouldn't even want to open up my shades. Like, and I used to get mad when I heard the landscaper out doing the lawn because I felt so guilty because I was like, I should be out doing the lawn. Like, I should be out getting sun. Like, I didn't get no sun, like, for like maybe 2 years, really, like 3 years. Like, it was really bad. And it's like I was sleeping like 1-2 hours a night. I would wake up and drink like a 12 pack of Coors Light at 6 in the morning, or a 12 or 15 pack of Blue Moon. Just chugging them, trying to get tired and relax and go to sleep, and get some sleep. Like, it was that bad. And you know, it's about overcoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I never thought I'd be this happy again. I adopted kids. You know, me and my significant other are happy. We adopted these kids. We're raising the kids together. We adopted a 12 and 7-year-old. And I just never been happier ever in my life. And I just, glory to God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Praise Jesus. Straight up. Like, I never thought I'd be this happy. There was a time where I was like, yo, like, I'm scared. Like, I was so scared. Like, will I ever be the Erik I once knew? You know, and, you know, I felt like King Nebuchadnezzar. If you read the story, King Nebuchadnezzar, I think it's in Daniel, but that's how I kind of felt. Like, you know, like, he went through a period where he lost his mind. Basically, that's what happened. Like, And you know what I'm saying, God restored it and stuff. So, you know, but Diddy could have did so much good, and he was even talking about starting a black party. And I'm like, this is what people are not really like one time, like Irv Gotti and Suge Knight and other people, they want to get together and start their own distribution company, because people had like so-called labels, but they weren't really labels. They just would slap their name on it, the imprint, and just get a higher percentage. But they like had no ownership. You know, it's like it's just they was just getting a bigger percentage of royalties and just of income, of revenue that was coming in. But they had no ownership of their product, of what they created, of what they put their sweat equity into. And he was talking about one time, Diddy was talking about creating a black party. And I'm like, if Diddy would have really got behind and created a real political party and really got leftists, really got radical people who really understand, who have the work ethic and understand what it takes to build a third party from the dirt, from the you know what I'm saying, not astroturf, from the ground up, from the mud. He a communist, socialist, real leftist, people who are independent, who are outside of the duopoly, who are like, what, I'm not rocking with Democrats or Republicans, like in that fate, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as trying to be political allies with them, you're not. They're not. They're corporately owned, and it just gets worse and worse by the day. There's no hope for those parties. They're bought and owned. Kamala Harris, it's like she's more humiliated that she lost, but her life does not change. She's richer than ever. She raised $500 million in 100 days. She raised $1.5 billion in 100 days. I'm telling you, she walked away with several hundred billion in her pocket. She's good. You know, she's more humiliated that she lost to Trump. I mean, because anybody who has that ego and is that ambitious, you know, doesn't want to lose. They're competitive. You know what I'm saying? You're a competitor. So, you know, but she's fine. She's like, my life is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just humiliated that I lost, but their lives are going to be fine. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, over 90% of Americans, their lives ain't fine. You know, I heard the other day and stuff from, I think on CNN, I heard it was like, I think only 17% of the population households make over $100,000 a year. Only 17%. That is paltry. That is not a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? And only 17%. Like, and that's not even take home. That's gross. So they probably taking home about 50, because the middle class gets hammered. You know, wage earners with their W-2s and all the tolls and taxes and federal tax, state tax, income tax, sales tax, property tax, tolls, fines, renewal fees, passport renewal, driver's license renewal this, renewal that, tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like speed camera tickets. I mean, I paid his speed camera tickets this year, about $400 in speed camera tickets. You know what I'm saying, this year. So you know, it's just he could have did something so great. You know, because I saw what Jill Stein did with very little money. I mean, I don't know, but if Jill Stein raised $700,000, that would have been a lot. I don't even think she raised that much. I think she raised maybe a couple of 100,000, maybe over the whole course of her run, maybe. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but it wasn't seven figures. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm just saying, like, what she did with that was amazing, because she was really campaigning and really crisscrossing the country, and she wasn't in Air Force Two like Kamala, you know, in a private jet or jet. I mean, Trump has a 747, for God's sake. So I mean, like, he's an airliner. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she was with Kathy, her aide, you know, driving from city to city, you know, taking planes where they had to, but drove where they could. to save money, and and just getting it out from the muscle, just making it happen and stretching, like turning water to wine and stretching that money and making it happen. That's why, like, just please donate to me, like hashtag Erik Powery. Like, I need money to build a website right now. I need money to build a website right now. I want to build a nice website. I need $1,000 to build a nice professional website. So just Cash App is $Erik Powery. And, just capital ERIK, capital POWERY, $Erik Powery. You know what I'm saying? And so it's trying to build a website right now. Already got the URL. It's erikpforpresident.org. It's erikpforpresident.org. I have a free site right now that I just made with AI. I just made it real quick. So it just lets people know I am running for president, and just my pillars. And my pillars are, I have two pillars that hold up my campaign. The first pillar is Triple H, hashtag HHH, hashtag H3, right? Triple H, H3. That means healthcare, and you can hashtag healthcare, hashtag higher wages, hashtag housing. So that's Triple H. That's hashtag H3. That's the first pillar that's holding up. The second pillar is hold on. Let me go to it. Give me a second. I had just emailed this to a designer because okay. Let's start off with OSU. It's funny because this has changed. This has changed. It used to be $20 an hour, but now it's $29.50. But you got to start high. I'm pretty, like, chances are we're not going to get $29.50. But if you start at 20, you're only going to get $12 or $11 an hour. So now the second pillar is America's 10 Commandments. The concept of America's commandments is we are a representative democracy. We elect representatives who represent us. So the government is supposed to be our voice, right? Speaking up in Washington for what we want in our states, in our cities, in our counties, in our towns, right? So allegedly, they work for us. Allegedly. Really, they work for corporations right now, and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and any rich person that bribes them with $100 million campaign donation, $200 million. Elon Musk donated $200 million to Trump already, and his net worth has doubled, 200 to 200 billion. His net worth is over 400 billion now, and his net worth is doubled. So, but allegedly they're supposed to work for us. So this is the concept of, since you're our voice, this is what we want you to demand when you stand in the halls of Congress and the Senate and in the House, and the type of bill we want you to present to Donald Trump, right? This is what we want you to present. You know what I'm saying? And hashtag President Musk. Hashtag President Musk. I'm calling him Donald Trump. Hashtag President Musk. They're the ones that are really the president. President Musk, okay, Donald Trump is just a figurehead. Hashtag President Musk. Follow President Musk on X. You know what I'm saying? That's who's the president. So, and get that trending. Let's get that trending on Blue Sky. Let's get that trending on Facebook. Let's get that trending on X. Hashtag President Musk, because he's the president. He's running the country. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. Now, Trump might say, you're fired. But as long as he's hired, but see, let me tell you why Trump, even if Trump starts to get annoyed, he's probably already annoyed by Elon Musk, because that's people like familiarity breeds contempt. He's always down in Mar-a-Lago. They said they can't get him to leave. But look, he knows that he is a ATM, limited resources, and will continue to funnel him money. People like Trump is not as rich as people think he is, number one. And Trump has bad credit around the world, and Trump has major expenses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trump is very over leveraged. Like he is like, I would love to see his balance sheet, but I'm pretty sure he has, you know what I'm saying, way too much debt, right? So Elon Musk is a cash machine. And now the world, and MAGA has fallen in love with Elon Musk. And he does not want to have that reputation of he just falls out with everybody. So even if Elon Musk starts to annoy him, he's going to keep Elon Musk around because Elon Musk is an ATM, a cash machine, and he can continually withdraw money out whenever he needs it from him. And Elon Musk has power with SpaceX, and Elon Musk has the powerful news platform on social media, which is X. And X is constantly promoting Donald Trump. X helped Donald Trump get elected. Many things got Donald Trump elected. Is, you know, his personality, his willingness to just tell it like he sees it. Like, yo, people just appreciate that. Whether that's like, you know what I'm saying? I'll never vote for Trump. He's a scammer. He's been scamming since 1970. He's always been a scammer. I'll never vote for a person like Trump. But people are easily deceived. And he's charismatic. And he does tell it. He is telling people. And he's telling the majority American. The majority American is 70% white. Over 70. And that's what they want to hear. They want to hear you demonize other people. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear that, you know, immigrants are the cause for their problems and for their failures. They want to hear that. It makes them feel better. It's a drug. That's another form of a drug. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people apply themselves to prescription medication, alcohol, you know what I'm saying? You know, other controlled substances, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, and you know, uncontrolled, you know, so uncontrolled substances, whatever. People, uncontrolled substances, a lot of uncontrolled substances, but people fill themselves. But another drug is Trump's rhetoric. Trump's rhetoric makes MAGA and white people feel good, and the few coons that are sprinkled into that MAGA movement. There's always a few coons, but white people elected him, and that's what they want to hear. That makes them feel good. That makes them feel good, and it reinforces white supremacy and white superiority when they hear his rhetoric. His rhetoric is a drug. Drugs make you feel good. Trump's rhetoric makes people feel good. It releases endorphins and good feelings and good vibes, and we're better, and we can look down upon these people because we're the master race and we're white and we're better. So that's what it is. So I'm going back to America's 10 Commandments. I had gotten off, but this is the second pillar of my platform, where we're telling our representative, our senators, our councilmen, our mayor, you know what I'm saying, our delegates in the state house. This is what we want them to demand. This is what we want them to demand. Number one, we demand Medicare for all. Medicare is good enough for grandma. It's good enough for me. It's good enough. It's better. I'm tired of people saying Medicare is not perfect. Ain't nothing fucking perfect. Nothing is perfect. Medicare is much better than this system we have now of private health care. It's like calling life insurance. Life insurance is really death insurance because when you die, you get it. This is death care. It's not health care. It's death care. Okay? Medicare for all. It's good enough for grandma. It's good enough for your children. Your children basically get a form of Medicare until they're 18. It's good enough for me. It'll be good enough for me. And it'll cover people 18 to 65. And that means that universal health care, Medicare for all. Boom. No payments for nothing, not even for prescription medications. And doctors, and we will fully fund Medicare, where doctors will get paid. People will get paid. All the companies will get paid. Pharmaceutical companies will get paid. Everybody will get paid. But things will be regulated to a certain degree. And the greed is because the greed is unsustainable and untenable. And free Luigi. I will pardon Luigi of his federal charges. The first day in the Oval Office, I will pardon Luigi. Okay, you know what I'm saying? George Zimmerman, Daniel Penny, all these people, Derek Chauvin are MAGA. Kyle Shittenhouse, these are MAGA heroes. Well, Luigi is our hero. The ones who fight for the oppressed. He's our hero. So free Luigi. So we demand Medicare for all. Number 2, we demand a living wage of $29.50 an hour. You got to start high. If you start high, we'll meet somewhere else. But we ain't going to be fighting for 15 no more. That's over. At $29.50, people put it in context. That's probably $30,000 a year net. $35,000 a year net, about $60,000 a year gross. It's not a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of money. Trust me, it's not a lot of money. That's a living wage. You're not going to be balling out of control. You know, number 3, corporations and mega churches pay their fair share of taxes. No more of this fugazi, like churches, for example. With this gift of $100, we'll give you a prayer cloth from China that costs 50 cents, that costs 10 cents to make. They're selling it's a gift. So it's low because they're a 501c3, right? They're nonprofit. So they're labeling it as a donation or a contribution, but they're really selling things. But it's all about legalese and you know, that fugazi. It's just fugazi. It's like they're really selling stuff, but it's not considered selling. It's considered you're giving a donation of a contribution. That's why they don't pay no taxes. They're gonna pay taxes. They're gonna pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pay taxes. And corporations, of course, they gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? They gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? What did Warren Buffett said? Warren Buffett said he paid an effective tax rate of 14%. He said his secretary pays 35%, and he said this is not right. This is wrong because my secretary needs every cent. He said he basically saying if I get charged 35% taxes, my lifestyle doesn't change, but my secretary gets charged 14% taxes. That relieves some pressure. That eases the burden of her financial burdens. You know what I'm saying? So that's the huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so we demand corporations and mega churches pay their fair share of taxes. We demand, number 4, we demand clean water and air. Number 5, we demand you bring our soldiers home. Number 6, we demand you end the war on drugs. Number 7, we demand a right to a free education. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be Harvard or Yale. There's going to be schools. It's going to be fully funded programs that's going to pay these state schools full tuition for you because you're basically paying into the system through your taxes. And you know what I'm saying? And again, free, I use the word free, but you understand it's in the context of you're not going to the school and they're giving you an invoice and they're telling you how much you got to pay or you know, no, it's like it's paid for through your taxes. It's paid for, but these are going to be fully funded programs. These state schools are going to be enrolled in programs that's fully funded. They get paid full tuition, you know, by the government for money that you paid into the system, that you paid in for years, you know. So we demand that's going to be for vocational schools, trade schools, and that's the thing we need more than ever. We are short on carpenters, electricians, you know, bricklayers, construction people, welders, you know, all kind of blue collar jobs we are short on. Because everybody can't be an influencer or a football player or a basketball player or a gamer. Everybody can't be that, man. Some people are gonna have to get real jobs. Okay, real jobs. No insult to the gamers and the influencers and stuff. Lots of money, but those are not real jobs. I mean, those are jobs, but they're not blue collar jobs. They're not jobs that we need. They're not essential. I can find entertainment anywhere. So it's like, these jobs, our buildings, our bridges are falling apart. Amtrak is falling apart. The bridges are crumbling. Parts of bridges are falling down on cars and stuff. Remember the bridge that collapsed in Minnesota when 9 people died? A few years ago. I mean, so it's like, because they've been built, but then they haven't had the money allotted to them for maintenance. That's the problem. They have not received regular maintenance. So that's why they're so in disrepair. And they say basically pretty much almost every bridge and tunnel, essentially every bridge is in disrepair. Is in major, like critical disrepair. So number 8, we demand a right to organize in the workplace. They're striking right now in Amazon. That's the power, man. Yo, y'all are not getting y'all packages delivered until y'all give us more money. Until you give us a longer break so we don't have to piss in a jug in our van. No, better conditions, better wages. Remember, healthcare, HHH, #H3, healthcare, higher wages, housing. Number 9, we demand more affordable housing, period. That's blunt. We'll work out the details, but we got to build more. We got to convert more apartments and housing into affordable housing. Regular houses, row homes, condos, apartments. We got to convert, you know what I'm saying? And we got to build more, but we got to also convert existing structures into affordable housing. You know what I'm saying? Voucher systems, whatever. You know what I'm saying? However it becomes affordable. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a reduction of price, voucher systems, you know what I'm saying? Money, you know what I'm saying? Rental assistance, mortgage assistance programs, and the like. Number 10, this is the one where we're gonna debate it, and I'm open. You know what I'm saying? And this is the one that is the wild card and will be the hardest to ever pass. Because we're dealing with eliminating a huge bureaucracy that creates a lot of jobs, but it's bloated, and I feel that it could be found out that it's not the most efficient way for revenue collection. We demand to abolish the IRS and pay 33% sales tax alone. Now, think of no more IRS. Like, really think about this. Put on your thinking cap now. No more IRS. No more filling out W-2s. No more filling out the forms. No more having to figure out, go to H&R Block, go to these accountants, you know what I'm saying? Try to figure out, you know what I'm saying? What's all the tax credits, child tax. It's like, and hoping that you get some money back, or whatever. Like, it's like, no. How about keeping all your money, eliminating a big bureaucracy, right? So boom, that's hundreds of millions saved, like straight up, like it got to be hundreds of millions, right? Saved right there. Eliminating the IRS and all, and there's a lot of fugazi tax places. One time my friend went to Mo Money Taxes. He never got his tax return. Like, I believe they mailed it to themselves. They mailed it to Mo Money Tax. They mailed his income tax check to Mo Money Taxes and cashed it. That's what I believe they did. But Now you're just paying on consumption. And now this is empowering because it's not just the government saying, look, we're taking 35% of your check or whatever, 40% of your check, and the state, everybody's just taking their percentage, boom, off the top and then giving you your money. It's you being empowered, getting all your money and saying, okay, look, do I want this $2,000 MacBook Air? Okay, 2,000 MacBook Air. How much is that in taxes? That's, what is that? 7, you know what I'm saying? What's that? 667 or something? So you're gonna pay 667 in taxes, right? Or something if you buy a MacBook Air, right? Pro, right? You can say, look, I'll buy the $1,000 HP. I'll buy the $1,000 HP computer or the $500 HP computer. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll go ahead and shop around and maybe instead of getting the iPhone 16, maybe I'll just get the iPhone 15. Maybe I'll just get the iPhone 14. To empower yourself to lower your taxes. You know, you got 10 pair of sneakers, you know, you love Jordans and stuff, but maybe you say, hey, that $200-300 pair of Jordans, I'm gonna pay another $99 in taxes. That you save $99 right there from your own decision. Like you not buying the $300 pair of Jordans. Now you're empowered. But the rich, what's the sense of being rich if you don't consume goods? That's why the rich love being rich, because they consume extravagant things. Remember the lifestyles of the rich and famous and Robin Leach? They like fancy things. So when Jay-Z bought $100 million house, bam, $33 million and $333,000 in the treasury. Bam, just like that. There is no fugazi. Oh, I rode off my cat, or you know, I had lunch with my friend from out of town and we discussed business. No, it's no more of this fugazi stuff that people be doing and stuff. You know, and all these loopholes that the rich create, you know, and again, that's a whole nother story. How senators and how congressmen make $174,000 a year, but then they serve, you know, for 8 years and they come out and they're worth $50 million. How does that happen? You made $174,000 a year. That's a whole nother story. But again, you control your taxes by your amount of consumption. And it will really train us to be more fiscally responsible. You'll be like, yo, I don't need that. I don't need that. And first of all, I don't even need that good. And I don't need to pay the taxes that are associated with that good either. And so you could say no. But in the current system, you can't lower your taxes unless you own 10 limited liability corporations like I know a friend does, and you can write off all kinds of stuff and, you know, do the shell game with the government and, you know, do all this finagling. If you're just a wage earner, that's why the middle class gets killed, because they just get a wage and before they get their check, the government has their hand out for everything first. They take everything first and then say, here's the remainder. And so, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you have no say in the matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, this is empowerment. And you will ultimately lower your taxes. You will lower your tax bill. And that's it. And it's streamlined and it's simple. You're never stressed. You never owe taxes. Because there's a thing called point of sale, like a cash register. You know, I did a lot of cashiering for Walmart and for like Food Lion, for supermarkets. I'm just saying, it's called point of sale, right? The cash register. Every time you go to the cash register and buy something, you go to a dealership. Every time you buy something and you pay for it, your taxes are paid in full. You never owe the government. That's a beautiful feeling, to never owe the government, because every time you pay for something and you pay the taxes on that good, you're paid in full with the government. You paid your taxes and you're paid in full. So there's never that fear of dread of owing the government. You know what I'm saying? And lots of people, you see Fat Joe go to jail for owing taxes. Wesley Snipes, Ja Rule. It goes Ron Isley. It goes on and on and on. Rich people make a lot of money, spend it all, and then when the tax bill comes, they're like, yo, you got to pay taxes on this 10 million you made. And they're like, but I spent it all. See, and that'll never happen with number 10. We demand to abolish the IRS. Remember thinking about getting rid of the IRS? No more all that stuff that comes with the IRS. No more H&R Block. No more filing taxes. No more dread. And no more of looking at your check, wishing it was the gross pay. Every time you get your check under my plan, your gross pay is your pay. That's your pay. You ain't gonna dream no more. You ain't gonna see your gross pay and be like, and then look at your net pay and just at your gross pay is your net pay. It ain't even gonna say gross pay anymore. It's just gonna say the number. It's gonna be like, this is the number. You know what I'm saying? You made $1,700 this week, and that's what it is. There is no, you made $1,700 and your net pay is $900 or that. None of that. No more of that. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? Get with me. House, healthcare, higher wages housing, Triple H, hashtag H3, hashtag HHH, healthcare, higher wages, housing, and America's 10 Commandments. We could do better, y'all. We can have a real person. I don't love money. I'm not greedy. I love people. I want everybody. When everybody does good, it improves the quality of life for everybody. If people are doing good, crime goes down. Everything that's bad in the society goes down. You're going to see less homeless people if more people are working. More people got an incentive to work because their jobs are paying more. Everything will work better when you're a well-oiled machine working together. When all your body parts are functioning together, it's beautiful. When you got body parts that are failing, it's ugly. So, you know what I'm saying? We could do better. You know what I'm saying? You can iMessage me or call me anytime. My number is 516-939-7056. Write it down. You can iMessage me anything. You can email me at ericpforpresident@gmail.com. You can iMessage me, call me, text me at 516-939-7056. Let's do this. Create pages for me. Get the word out. Create a Wikipedia page for me. Create Erik Powery for President pages, you know what I'm saying, for me on TikTok, X, Reddit, Tumblr, Blue Sky Social, Facebook, MySpace, I don't care, whatever, Black Planet, mehente.com, like whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? And let's get after it, you know what I'm saying? Erik Powery for President, we could do this together. Let's be great in 28. Yeah.